Station working for you. This is RTV6 News at Noon.
It's all clear this midday, but a messy commute for anyone on I-70 this morning. It was all caused by this crash involving multiple vehicles and horses. It happened in the westbound lanes of the north split, blocking the right 3 lanes of the interstate around 7:30. It involved a horse trailer, a dump truck, and 8 other vehicles. 6 horses were in the trailer and did not escape, nor were they injured. They were transferred to another trailer eventually. At least 1 person was trapped inside their vehicle, according to ISP. Their injuries did not appear to be serious. In all, emergency crews took 3 people to a local hospital. The scene was cleared up within the last hour. And in Wayne Township, 2 kids and 1 adult are hospitalized after a serious crash. It happened around 8 a.m. near the intersection of Holt Road and Michigan Street. According to the Wayne Township Fire Department, 1 vehicle T-boned another. All victims are in stable condition. This afternoon, the suspect in what's believed to be the deadliest attack on Jews in U.S. history is due in court. The man accused in the Pittsburgh synagogue massacre was released from the hospital this morning and was turned over to authorities for his 1:30 p.m. court appearance. He's accused of killing 11 people and injuring 6 others. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest.
A community and a nation reliving Saturday's horrific attack at the Tree of Life Synagogue. 11 victims murdered, targeted simply because of their religion.
I saw a body on the steps.
And I'm hearing people screaming. And it's seared in my brain.
Among them, Bernice and Sylvan Simon. Their wedding announcement in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette talks of their candlelight ceremony inside this very same synagogue in 1956. And lifetime members, brothers David and Cecil Rosenthal, both with special needs.
You don't get a more innocent, harmless individual who doesn't have an ill bone in his body.
The FBI says the alleged shooter, 46-year-old Robert Bowers, hurled words of hate against Jews as he murdered them. Police arriving on the scene shot him multiple times. This exclusive photo reportedly shows doctors working to save his life.
He's taken into my hospital, and he's shouting, "I want to kill all the Jews." And the first 3 people who are taking care of him are Jewish.
He was a mystery to his neighbors and never flagged by authorities, despite his hateful posts online, like this one, calling Jews the children of Satan on the fringe social media site Gab, which has become popular among white supremacists and other alt-right activists and white nationalists who believe mainstream sites like Facebook and Twitter censor their radical views. Bowers is now in federal custody, facing charges that carry the death penalty. Authorities are now searching through the suspect's cell phone and computers, trying to learn more about this man and find out if there was a triggering event, something specific that made him walk into that synagogue and open fire on Saturday. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Tonight, there will be a community vigil in Indianapolis organized by the Jewish Community Relations Council. Everyone is invited to come out and show solidarity with the people of Pittsburgh as one unified group. The vigil will take place at 5:30 at the Indianapolis Hebrew Congregation at 6501 North Meridian Street. And Governor Eric Holcomb has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff to honor the victims of the synagogue shooting. He's also asking residents and businesses to do the same. This is through sunset on Wednesday. This afternoon, the man accused of sending packages containing explosive materials to prominent Democrats and other opponents of President Trump is due to make his first court appearance. This comes as CNN President Jeff Zucker said another suspicious package was addressed to CNN and intercepted today at an Atlanta post office. Zucker said there was no imminent danger to the CNN center. 56-year-old Cesar Sayoc is due in federal court this afternoon in Miami. He was arrested Friday after investigators say they linked him to the packages through fingerprint and DNA evidence. He will be prosecuted in New York. Now, there are questions about how those bombs got through the post office and if your mail goes through any security on its way to you. Call 6 Investigates' Paris Lubell dug into how mail is screened and found some surprising information.
About 500 million pieces of mail get passed through the entire Postal Service each day. But with those pipe bombs last week, why weren't they caught before they reached their final destination? We ended up finding out that most of the mail that gets passed through the entire mail system doesn't go through any type of screening. The post office says it's just not possible to screen all the mail that comes through each day. They're just dealing with too much of it. They also say they rely on the person receiving the mail to be aware of what could be suspicious mail and call it into police. So what should you look out for? We went to former FBI Special Agent Doug Coons, who specializes in counterterrorism. He says suspicious mail often looks different, is not well packaged, and might have cutout labels or messy handwriting, and often has a missing or not complete return label. He says if something does look weird, you should take precautions.
It's not often a need to panic, but they're just things to look out for, and if you're concerned about it, just put it down and walk away. Call 911. Describe what happened, and they'll tell you what to do and go from there.
That was Paris Lubell reporting. The post office does have a program in place to try and recognize suspicious packages, but does it really work? Paris looks into that coming up tonight, starting on the news at 5. Now to our Storm Team 6 forecast, and we're finally in for a little bit of warmer weather. We've had several below average days, but check out the sun and blue skies. You are giving us a great day, Todd, especially after that windy weekend we had.
Yeah, yesterday it was windy. We had some showers around. Today it is completely quiet all across central Indiana. You saw that sunshine, and with that sunshine, temperatures have climbed into the 40s and 50s. 48 in Crawfordsville right now, but up to 53 in Indianapolis as well as Martinsville. 54 is the current temperature up in the Muncie area. And as you look to the north, we have one little lone cloud out there, and as we go throughout the afternoon hours, we may build in a few more clouds that look just like that, but we are not expecting any rain in the forecast at all here throughout the day today. In fact, we're rain free for today and also tomorrow. So there's a few clouds could sneak into northern communities, and that really should be just about it. So get out and about if you can. Temperatures will eventually top off in the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees. In fact, some locations to the south, you probably will climb up into the low 60s this afternoon. Once the sun sets, we'll fall back down into the 40s. We have another nice day for you tomorrow. And then unfortunately, Meredith, rain for your trick-or-treat forecast. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Todd, thank you. With sunny skies today and warm temps today and tomorrow, it's easy not to think about snow, but the city of Indianapolis is thinking about it, and they're getting prepared. Today, Mayor Joe Hogsett will lay out the city's snow force plan. You'll remember some issues we had last winter, which included all those potholes in addition to clearing the roads of snow and ice. Today's announcement will also include snow run-throughs of the city's snow routes. This all starts at 2 o'clock. Look for details starting on the news at 5. Now to Democracy 2018. 1 week from tomorrow is Election Day, and it appears President Trump will be making a return trip to Indiana before the big day. He was just here on Saturday to address the National FFA Convention. 3rd District Republican Congressman Jim Banks tweeted yesterday that the president will be making a stop in Fort Wayne a week from today. Banks is running for re-election in the Northeast Indiana District. No official word yet from the White House. This evening, the City County Council is expected to vote on whether voters can get free rides to the polls on Election Day using Indigo buses. The bipartisan special resolution already has support from Indigo. They say they don't want a lack of transportation to keep people from voting a week from tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 3 candidates in the tight race for the U.S. Senate will debate for a second and final time here in Indianapolis. Democratic Senator Joe Donnelly, Republican Mike Braun, and Libertarian Lucy Brenton will debate at Newfields at 7 p.m. We will stream it live on the RTV6 app and Facebook page. According to some new data, it appears the race has shifted slightly towards Braun. Forecasting site 538.com is a partner with ABC News. The site has shifted its forecast of the race from likely Democrat to lean Democrat. Braun has been on top of Donnelly in several recent polls, though all are considered a statistical tie. 538's statistical model now gives Donnelly a 2 in 3 chance of winning the race based on projected higher voter turnout for Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents compared to previous elections. New numbers this noon about early voting in Marion County, where satellite voting just started on Friday. There are 6 additional satellite locations to cast ballots this year, in addition to the city-county building. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, around 5,000 people voted each day. So through yesterday, early voting numbers totaled 21,626. That compares to 2,447 in 2014, the last midterm election. He is now officially the GOAT, how the Colts' Adam Vinatieri broke an NFL record while battling an injury, and how the city is celebrating the achievement. And tonight's Dancing with the Stars is sure to be a thriller. We go behind the scenes after the break.
All is quiet in the forecast here today across central Indiana, but rain is on the way, and the timing not all that good as it'll impact your Halloween plans. We'll talk all about it. Coming up in your Storm Team 6 forecast, you're watching the RTV6 News at Noon.
General Hospital, this week on ABC. From the station working for you, this is RTV6 News at Noon.
Tonight, the cast of ABC's Dancing with the Stars will return to the ballroom for another big night of competition. Have you ever wondered what it takes to compete for that coveted Mirabal trophy? Well, here's a secret. No days off, grueling rehearsals, and filling up on tons of calories. I can get behind that last one. ABC's Natalie Brunell has an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at a day in the life of Dancing with the Stars.
From the moment the big show wraps up, Dancing with the Stars pairs are already training for their next performance.
You guys are going to be center right here.
First thing Tuesday, an all-cast rehearsal for the following week's opening number.
3, 4, 5.
Then the couples are off.
So nice to meet you.
Nice
so
to
we're
meet
in
you
the
again.
rehearsal studio.
Yes, welcome to Dancing with the Stars.
Dance pro Alan Burston gave us a tour.
So while most people are at their 9-to-5 jobs, this is your office space.
This is my 9-to-9 job.
Practice times average 5 to 6 hours a day.
It seems grueling.
It is grueling. It's hard work.
And the pros choreograph their new routines within hours.
It's just that quick of a turnaround.
There is not one day off ever in this competition.
But all that rehearsing means the couples need to fuel up.
So is there a Dancing with the Stars diet?
Survival. We just sort of eat whatever is closest and whatever the quickest option.
Even junk food?
Oh, absolutely junk food.
The couples rehearse all through the weekend, and by then their new costumes have been designed, and it's time for dress rehearsals. Each season, the cast becomes a family.
The day in the life of a Dancing with the Stars couple is rewarding.
And each week's training gets them one step closer to the ultimate reward, the Mirabal Trophy. Natalie Brunell, ABC News, Hollywood.
Tonight's dances will have a Halloween theme. The action all begins at 8 right here on RTV6. It's never too early to be thinking about the month of May and the greatest spectacle in racing. If you want to see the action up close and personal, it's about time to act. And we are taking a live look in Carmel right now. Sunny and seasonal weather. A beautiful day out there. Todd Clausen will have your Storm Team 6 forecast coming up. You're watching the news at noon on RTV6.
Keller, right now.
It's going to be a while before you see the Colts back in action. They have a bye week coming up, and that will give Adam Vinatieri a little more time to rest up after becoming the greatest of all time in Sunday's win over Oakland, despite a nagging groin injury. The Colts kicker is now the NFL's all-time leading scorer. He passed Hall of Famer Morton Anderson with a field goal in the second quarter of yesterday's game. He added 3 extra points in the fourth quarter to give him 2,550. 6 more than Anderson. And you know there is many more. Vinatieri aggravated a groin. There's many more. Vinatieri aggravated a groin injury in the game against the Bills 1 week ago. And the Colts may have been on the road, but a show of hometown pride for Vinatieri's milestone. The IPL building on the Circle was lit up last night with a big number 4. Congrats to him. Well, you may not be thinking about May just yet, but if you're a race fan, you probably should be. Tickets for all the month of May events for 2019 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway are now on sale. This includes the Grand Prix, the Indy 500, parking and camping. These are the lowest prices of the season, with increases coming in the new year. The $3 per ticket service fee will also be waived on each seat purchased through December 1st. Kids 15 and under will continue to be admitted free to all 2019 racing events at IMS when accompanied with an adult general admission ticket holder. All right, we do want to get a check at our weather today. However, this is a live look from the IMS Pagoda. And Todd, you could fool me. It looks like May out there right now.
Yeah, you know, hopefully we get this much sunshine come next May, and hopefully the temperature is a little bit warmer than they are right now. But nonetheless, not too bad out there right now, as we've been seeing our temperatures warm throughout the course of the morning and now into the early afternoon hours. So plenty of sunshine in the forecast for the day today. 70s are a good possibility for many of you tomorrow. And then as we get into Halloween, unfortunately Wednesday, it looks like a lot of rainfall is heading our way, at least for some of you. More on that in just a minute or two here. Here's the view from downtown to the north, and there is not a cloud in the sky. A beautiful afternoon in progress here across central Indiana. The temperature sits at 53 degrees. Just a little bit of a breeze out of the southwest, but it's that southwesterly wind that's helping to bring our temperatures into the 50s here across the area. It's 54 right now in Rushville, as well as Columbus, 56 in Bedford, and I think southern locations here, you'll have the possibility to climb into the 60s later on this afternoon. 51 is the current temperature right now up into Tipton. So as we make our way into the afternoon hours, most of us probably get into the upper 50s with the sunshine and that little breeze. So very, very pleasant here throughout the course of the afternoon. And then this evening, you're heading to the Pacers game. They're back in town taking on the Trailblazers. About 55 as you walk into Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And then throughout the course of that game, temperatures will fall back down into the 40s. And of course, this forecast applies for everything across central Indiana, not just the Pacers game. Now for tomorrow, the one thing that kind of jumps out at you a little bit is going to be the temperature, up to near 70 degrees tomorrow with increasing clouds. So there'll be a little more in the way of cloud cover tomorrow, but it's going to be a little bit warmer. In fact, that'll get us well above normal. The normal high is 61 degrees, but you need to take advantage of today and tomorrow's weather, because look what happens as we head into a very early Wednesday morning. Here we are at midnight, and the rain starts to sink to the south. So by Wednesday morning's commute, we're dealing with wet conditions, and then the rain will just continue off and on throughout the entire day. In fact, it's pretty steady from Indianapolis to the south. It's a little more scattered as you work your way northward, and as we continue into the trick-or-treating hours, you do notice the sharp cutoff. Still damp and still chilly to the north, but for those of you who live in southern locations, unfortunately, you have the best bet of seeing the rainfall throughout all the trick-or-treating hours. And then look what happens as we head into early Thursday morning. We get a good push of some heavy rainfall, which could impact the Thursday morning commute. So it's going to be a pretty wet stretch of weather heading our way, when many locations could see over an inch of rainfall, with those heavier totals being the further south you are. It's also breezy with falling temperatures for Halloween. And then those showers continue on Thursday, 51 degrees. And as we head into the weekend, it looks to be pretty quiet with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Meredith, and temperatures that'll be in the 50s.
All right, can't complain about today and tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Not one
Get
bit.
out there.
All right, Todd, thank you. And you better start saving if you want this set of wheels. We'll share the price tag on the car made of 18-karat white gold, and why you won't see any cruising around town anytime soon. And now here is one of this week's 6 most wanted. Do you know where Early Atterbury is? He is wanted for possession of cocaine. If you know where he is, call Crime Stoppers today at 317-262-TIPS. You're watching the news at noon on RTV6.
And I approve this message.
This is one of those things you can only dream about owning. It's a new hybrid supercar from British sports car maker McLaren. The 3-seater is called the Speedtail and costs $2.25 million. It's made mostly from a special carbon fiber with badges on the car made from 18-karat white gold. McLaren is only making 106 of the supercars, and all of them have already been sold. About a third of them are expected to go to buyers in the U.S., but there's one problem. The Speedtail isn't legal to drive on public streets here. The car has 3 seats arranged in a triangle with the driver front and center. That's just one of the features that violates federal safety rules. Kind of seems like a waste of $2 million if you can't even drive it, Todd.
You know, I had that lined up for your birthday tomorrow, but you know what happened?
What?
I didn't win the Mega Millions, so that went out the window pretty quick. So I got you something little more thoughtful.
Like
but
a Hot
But
Wheel.
a lot cheaper. Yeah, exactly. All right, outside, lots of sunshine today, 59 degrees. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, a high of 68. Some locations get up into the 70s tomorrow. So it's going to be a very mild day for us, and you need to take advantage of today and tomorrow because quite a bit of rainfall heads our way throughout the day on Wednesday. In fact, some areas could see 1 to maybe 2 inches of rain, especially south of Indianapolis. And then as we get into Thursday, some showers will continue before we dry out, though, just in time for the weekend.
All right, Todd, thank you. And thank you for making RTV6 your choice for news. Join us again for the news at 5. We hope you have a great afternoon.